Today we're going to cover how to set up and take down the Coleman Sundome tent. This particular Sundome tent is the Coleman Darkroom Sundome tent, which utilizes Coleman's proprietary darkroom technology to block up to 90% of sunlight. This helps keep the interior a bit cooler and allows you to sleep comfortably during those pesky early morning hours when the sun starts to rise. Regardless, the setup remains the same as the standard Sundome tent. So here we go. First, unpack your tent and spread it flat on the ground. Next, assemble the two primary tent poles. Slide the poles through the corresponding sleeves and attach them to the designated clips. Then, raise the tent by connecting the poles to form the basic structure. Secure the tent by staking down the corners and guylines, adjusting for tension and stability. Attach the rainfly and stake down any needed guylines for additional protection from the elements. And finally, arrange the interior to your liking. You're all set. Setting up this Coleman Sundome 4-person tent, including staking down the guylines, took me about 10 minutes by myself. With a second person, you can easily get the timing of the setup down to about 5 minutes or less if weather conditions are good. Now let's talk about taking it down. First, remove any interior items from the tent and detach the rainfly. Disassemble the tent poles, carefully collapsing them and organizing them as you go. Next, detach the guylines and carefully pull out the stakes from the ground. Begin folding the tent by bringing the sides towards the center, making a long rectangular shape. Fold the tent in half, aligning the edges. Fold it into thirds or quarters depending upon the size of the tent to fit it back into its bag. A good measure is to use the tent poles, and you can put them inside the tent as you fold it if needed. Stuff or roll the tent in the storage bag along with poles and stakes. Then finally, tighten or zip the bag securely, ensuring all components are in place. So there you have it, a complete guide to setting up and taking down the Coleman Sundome tent. It's an absolute must to test out setting it up and taking it down at home when using it for the first time. Happy camping!